Mr.
Okay,
Satpathy, I'm
namaskar.
coming to you first. Your newspaper is the one, Namaskar sir, your newspaper is the one that reports on the incident 5 days ago. Yet, I'm not talking about you, yet when we saw the reports appear in newspapers in Odisha, it seemed to the rest of us that somehow it was not the cops that were to blame, it was this army officer and his fiancée who were to blame. But today when we look at that woman and we see how badly injured she is, anyone will know where the truth is.
Well, Odisha Post and Dharitri were the only two newspapers, and this is verifiable, who published on Monday morning that we published the version of the army officer and his fiancée, and the police version was also carried to balance the story, but it was a second part. And this was not, I would not give any credit to social media for this story. But generally, if you see media, all of us, we tend to go by the police version because that creates no problems later on. And the reporter at the ground level finds it very safe to report, to become like a dictaphone and take down whatever the cops are saying, because then he is not responsible for anything else beyond that. So when the ground level reporters, the ground level correspondents break out of that mold and actually go to the field and talk to the affected parties, then the truth comes out. So we noticed that by Wednesday, all other publications and television channels, they changed their versions and they started carrying the story as it should have been carried. I'm not taking kudos for that. I'm only saying that sometimes even my paper makes mistakes and other papers carry other things. But in this one, we had carried the truth. We always try to do that. But there is an unifying factor amongst the Indian police, I would say. And this is not something limited to Odisha alone. The unifying factor is the Indian Police Service, the IPS. So you just mentioned a little bit earlier about the incident in Gurgaon where the motor bicyclist died and the police set the SUV rider free in a couple of hours because he was taking a shortcut. Now, who gives them that idea, first of all? And who is in charge of ensuring that when you are investing billions of rupees into building national highways, 6-lane, 4-lane, 6-lane highways, you are not teaching rich people, you are not teaching four-wheel drivers how to be on the correct side of the road. In any other country, it would be a very big, heinous crime to go against traffic. But in India, whether it is the south of India or you go up to the north, it is all the same everywhere. The moment you get out of Delhi also, even in Delhi, it is like that. But the moment you go out of Delhi, it's the exact same thing. So from the roads to sexual harassment to troubling women, cops are at the forefront. And unifying this is the force called the Indian Police Service. I remember an incident in Hyderabad where a paramedic was raped and killed near a check gate. And then the police later on caught some innocents. They came out, they were proven to be innocents later. And one of the policemen shot them on encounter, claiming they went out in the early morning to reenact the scene. And these people were trying to escape and he shot them dead. The crowd also cheered and held him up as a hero. So whether it is the public, whether it is the administrative system, we all find that we are on the same level. Then comes in the judiciary. When we talk about judicial reforms, we talk about
just give me a minute. We'll talk about the judiciary in just a bit because the behavior of the lower court has many people asking many questions. Mr. Satapathy, give me a minute here. Let me just, complete the point about the police. Mr. P.K. Jain, you're a former additional DGP of Maharashtra, and it is your police force that is coming into question here. I remember an incident in Uttar Pradesh in the back of Beyond where a poor woman goes to file a complaint of rape and is raped by the SHO herself inside the police thana. In this case, look at what happens. It is absolutely shocking. And what is even more shocking to me is the fact that in this case, the woman is an educated lawyer, the man is an army officer. If they can face custodial abuse and torture and be put behind bars for no fault of theirs, imagine what is happening in the back and beyond, in the tehsils and mufassils of this country. Police to kuch bhi karegi kya?
I absolutely agree with you, Shreya. Absolutely sad and sorry state of affairs. I have no words to say in favor of these people. They are rascals and they should be dealt with as rascals and criminals. The government has rightly, though under pressure, has instituted inquiry and registered a case against them, which is the right course of action. But they must make an example out of them. At the same time, Shreya, I would like to say one more thing. See, in my experience of 34 years in the police, I do not generally see the policemen going to this extent unless there is some other precipitating factor. So I do not know what exactly precipitated this kind of a behavior on the part of the policemen. It generally does not happen. They are fairly careful while dealing with educated people and army personnel. Something must have triggered this kind of a behavior, but whatever it is, this behavior cannot be defended and it must be acted upon in the strictest possible form by the government of Odisha. And these people must be taken to task, should be dismissed from service, and the criminal cases should be taken to their logical conclusion. Come what be the provocation. Policemen are used to facing abuses and abuses every day. Yet, there's no reason for them to get provoked and excited and take the law in their own hand. They should have protected this couple. I think that what you initially said, that it is a reluctance on their part to register a case or to respond, then this couple must have got a little aggressive because they were not being heard, their complaint was not being registered, and that led to the fracas. So basically, I find the police must have erred somewhere, and that is what led to this kind of a situation. This woman had bit one of the policemen. So I think something got aggravated somewhere. The policemen should have kept their cool. They should have helped this couple. They should have taken action.
No, one of the things that seemed to have aggravated the police, Mr. Jain, since you're asking me, one of the things that seemed to have aggravated, upset the police, as it were, is when this lady told the woman police officer who was on duty on why she was not in uniform. She was in her nightie. You're in the night shift. This is not your home, na? That you wear a nightie and sit in the police station. So this woman said, why are you not even in your uniform? And that is where matters escalated. And sir, I've been hearing about police reforms for the last 20 years. I've been a journalist for 20 years. These reforms have not happened in 20 years, and everything that happens gets blamed on, or there have been no police reforms in the last many decades in this country. Sir, इसमें reforms की जरूरत नहीं होती है. ये basic sense है. If an aggrieved couple is coming to you, if they have been harassed by 10 men on the roads and someone has misbehaved with your fiancé, they will be upset. You help them.
That's what I'm saying, that they should have reacted immediately.
You don't try and entangle them in bureaucratic red tape.
No, actually, this is grossly wrong on the part of the policeman. At night, a couple is coming to you for help. Instead of help, you are not rendering them help, you are not registering their case. Obviously, a person gets agitated. So apparently, as I said, there is something wrong on the part of the people who were present there, the police officers, and they should have been rightly tackled, and they should be rightly tackled. I'm in no defense of these people. There's no reason for any policeman to get provoked.
No, Dr. Tapanchan, but they have not been rightly tackled. No, they must have been provoked, but is that how you respond?
No, they don't. They have no right to do that.
Is this the response? That you flash a woman? That you take out her bra and hit her in the chest. Dr. Tapanchan, I want to ask you.
It is an absolute criminal act.
I know, sir. You are saying it's absolutely wrong. But Dr. Tapanchan, the spokesperson of the BJP in Odisha, can I please ask you why there was such a big reluctance on the part of the Odisha police